has been mounting after this shocking video went viral. It's a Minnesota woman who was streaming live on social media right after her fiance was shot and eventually fatally wounded by an officer during a traffic stop for a broken taillight. Just 48 hours earlier in Baton Rouge, 37-year-old Alton Sterling was shot during a struggle with police outside a convenience store. Now, in the wake of both of these shootings, protesters took to the streets across the country, including here in the Bay Area. Dozens gathered tonight at Fred Atkins Park with signs that read, "We will have justice." They say they want to jail dangerous cops, not just for this week's victims, but for so many in the past. Federal investigators are keeping a close eye on these back-to-back shooting deaths, but some critics complain agencies simply aren't doing enough to train officers to deal with escalating racial tensions. Paul Mueller is live at Tampa Police Department for us tonight. And Paul, first off, you spoke with a local professor who developed a program that teaches law enforcement for encounters just like this.
Yeah, and the program can really work at times like these with tensions escalating, especially in Sarasota tonight. The program called Fair and Impartial Policing, and this USF professor and her trainers have taught it for years throughout the country, including right here at Tampa PD.
No justice, no peace, no racism.
In Sarasota tonight, protesters take to the streets, bringing traffic to a standstill, even sparking confrontation. Their mission to make sure cops know Black Lives Matter, and those killer cops, as they call them, need to be off the streets.
I'm tired of this racist environment that they're dwelling in right now. It really sucks.
I have a husband, a son, nephew, and grandsons that I'm worried about.
Fresh in their minds, the shootings of Philando Castile and Alton Sterling, both black men killed by white police officers.
And you know, we have respect for police. The idea is that they don't have respect for us.
And we prejudge them based on various categories like race, ethnicity, dress.
How can we not prejudge people?
We are always going to prejudge people.
Lori Friedel is an associate professor of criminology at USF. She trains law enforcement throughout the U.S. on one of those topics, bias.
We've treated all cops as if they're racist, as if they all have explicit biases, and produced a backlash against this issue.
She makes them realize they may not see it, but just like everyone else, they do have bias.
It is bigger than you think in terms of being a problem, and it involves you, even though you're well-intentioned. You, too, can produce bias in policing, and we're going to tell you how to be fair and impartial.
That's exactly what these protesters in Sarasota want.
God don't give us a spirit of fear, but, you know, you get worried now. It's too much of it going on.
Again, that program taught here at Tampa PD, Clearwater PD, and the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. And just recently, it actually went to the federal level. It's going to be taught at organizations like the FBI, ATF, and DEA, just to name a few, Jen.
Well, Paul, I know that event tonight in Sarasota was initially supposed to be a vigil. Obviously, things ramped up quite a bit.
They did indeed, and Sarasota police actually had to be brought in because you saw the video there. You had the protesters blocking that entire road, 6 lanes of traffic, a busy thoroughfare. The good news out of all that, no one injured, no one arrested.
Paul Mueller live for us in Tampa tonight. Thank you, Paul.